Okay. I'm here with Mark Burnam, head coach of the Haudenosaunee Nationals, 14-3 opening win. What's your overall thoughts on the game?
Good start. Boys played well. Pretty much what we expected. We just have to work on a few things, and overall, great job, I thought.
Yeah, so England jumps out to a 2-1 lead, and then you all turn it on from there. I think the score was 9-3 at halftime.
Yeah.
But what about the start?
The start is always what it is. I mean, we're still trying to get chemistry with this team, and so when you start to see that in the beginning, it shouldn't worry. It's a long game, and you have obviously what you have on the background for what we have for players. So I knew it was going to come through. Now, if it gets to be a 6-7-1, you start to worry a little bit. But the game will run. So like that happened. We jumped on them, got 3 right in a row. But I mean, they're a good team. You could see they had some great players over there. You got to expect them to bring their A game. We've played against England a bunch of times, and they never quit. That's their attitude. They keep coming at you and keep bringing it, and they're always in pretty good shape. And they're always a fit team. So I knew they weren't going to give up. So we just made sure that we did what we did, played our kind of game, and then just basically went through the motions. And then we're just, like I said, we're getting chemistry. First game jitters. We got a young team. We got a bunch of guys that get out there and maybe never been at this level before. So I felt that they stepped it up, and some guys really showed us what they can do.
And speaking of runs, Doc Stater, 4 goals, 1 assist in that first half to kind of get y'all going. What do you know about him, and what did you see from him?
Tell you a little story about Doc Stater. He was a pickup late. He ended up almost being a alternate. I fought for him. I seen the kid play all year in college, and I knew what he could do. I mean, when you have 70 points in college, I don't care where you play, at what level, you're definitely a goal scorer, and you know what to do with the ball. So I knew that was going to start to come. He's not a shy guy, but he came in late, so he probably waited a little bit. But you can tell, being around the game, you know what players can do what. And and the coaches, to their credit, we all got together, said this kid's definitely got to end up being a starter, and played a hell of a game. He got a game ball for today.
Cool. And then keeping with the offense, Doc Stater, Barnes, Anderson, I think they combined for 8 goals in the first half total.
Yep. 8 out of 9, I believe.
Is that the key line so far right
now? Yeah. I mean, as far as our offense goes, there's a bunch of I guess there's a bunch of angles you can score at, but today you go with what the team will give you. You play to what the defense gives you and take advantage of it. If it's a fast break, obviously we had a bunch of transition goals as well, which always ends up being in the offensive end, and then it seems to be the scoring ends up with the attackman.
And let's switch to the defense. So only giving up 3 goals. What's the key to success on the defensive end?
I mean, you got to remember that game ball could have went to our goalie, and our face-off guy kept us with the ball, which is huge, And I'd say those 3 stars right there for the game, but you're giving out 1 game ball with. I think Annalise was, as we call him, he's probably the guy that deserved it and kept us at that level. And that defense was stellar back there. A lot of big guys to fill shoes that we didn't know about. Those were questions. Coach Bevel handles the D, did a great job, and I mean that looked to me as if we had a good game plan, and those guys executed it really well.
Nice. And then a couple final questions. So you're in Ireland for the World Championships. Just talk about that experience so far.
I mean, some of the guys never even been out of Canada or the U.S., so it's starting to be, tomorrow we're going to have, I think, a little bit of more, either tomorrow or Friday, where it's a cultural event, where we get to at least see what's out there. And that's what we try to do, too. And we're going to have a little get-together with the Netherlands team, and we always try to do this wherever we go. We try to grow the game, get people involved with it, either the host country or someone like in Australia. We were with indigenous people, and we went and saw Aboriginals and had a little feast with them and traded gifts back and forth. So we want to get part of the culture that's brought to us as well as us bringing it to them. So we're going to see some stuff, go to a few places we may never see. I mean, I've been in lacrosse for 40-something years and been to a bunch of continents. I've never been here, but I want to see something that's out there, and maybe our guys have a great experience for our boys.
Cool. And then, not looking too far ahead, but Team USA on Saturday. I don't even know if you've thought about that game yet, but
we had coach there earlier looking, to see what was up and get a little scout. Games are all on film. Team USA is probably the oldest, most experienced team here. They got the size. They got a bunch of. I think it's all Division I lacrosse players. So they're defending champs, and I mean we're gonna have our hands full with a young group, but it's all about mistakes and ball control and see if we can do it. Face-off, obviously, you've seen today, we control the ball, you control the game. If we can make it 50-50, we got a better chance than if we make it 70-30.
Cool. Well, we're looking forward to it. Good luck, and thanks for your time.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.